Y'all already know what time it is. Happy New Moon Day. Have you enjoyed the sixth new moon, the start of the sixth new moon, which sets an entirely new month? We never have to guess, ever, what time it is. What's the date? We don't have to do it. We know. We know. We can't get fooled. You see, in Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25, it says that the beast power would think to change times and laws. Well, it happened. So when you go look at Revelation, Hazun 12:9, you see that Satan, who was sent to the what? The earth, was sent here, and he goes about and deceives the entire world. Shout out to Brother Brandon, everybody that's doing a super that's supporting the channel. I mean, that happened. Isn't that like a trip? 8+ billion people in the world. 8+ billion people in the world. And the whole world got fooled. All these people with brains. All of us got brains. We all can reason. We can all make common sense out of things. And we messed around, all of us. The entire world got deceived. Now, why is what we're doing at tsinfo.org, right there. Why is it so important? Because we have what we believe now. We done research this now. We're going on 2 years. Millions. We're talking about 4 million views. We're talking about over 400,000 subscribers. Fam, we're almost at 400,000 subscribers added in the last year and a half, 18 months. That's crazy. What in the world? Why is the Truth Scripture such a critical project? 407,000. Daniel Libby said it. And many of you were here when it was like at 13,000. We started the campaign on November 9, 2023. Promote the Truth has been here since May 2007. We're one of them few organizations in the world. Go scrounge everywhere and find anybody that's been promoting Yahuwah, paying server fees, website fees, domain fees, then search engine optimization. What? It's crazy. Who you know that's done that for 18+ years? We have. People have been trying to contribute and donate and gift to promote the truth for years. We did not make it available until May of 2023. Shout out to brother overseer Daniel Bakote with that 144 super. Look, Daniel Libby tells you he was here when it was like at 13,000 subscribers. See, when Yahuwah makes a move, it's a big move. He'll be silent for a long time. We know this from Malachi, till all of a sudden you see the Bariyt Hadash talked about in Matati Yahu. Hundreds of years it went by. Why is this word so critical? Because Hazun came true. Give me a quick mic check. Y'all drop some 5s in the chat. I want to make sure y'all hear me crystal clear because this is a critical message. This is a challenging message. Yahuwah's true word is coming to earth, to the earth. Do you support it? See, most people don't get properly challenged, and that's why the word continued to get suppressed because there was nobody strong enough like YAHUAH the Immerser, John the Baptist. Thank you for them 5s in the chat. Thank you for the 5s in the chat. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the share, hit the subscribe. If you're on our YouTube channel, be one, join us. Help us on our march to 500,000, 500,000. If you hit the subscribe button right now, we promise to give you nothing but the truth content. Backed up by going on almost 20 years of following Yahuwah, over 30 years of scriptural and religious research, 33 years. I've been doing scholarly work. I done studied to show myself approved. I can bring you a message and I can back up every single thing I'm telling you with receipts. Documentation is going to beat all the conversation. It's going to beat the hateration. It's going to beat all of the nations. We got all of it. We stand 10 toes down. We say 10 knuckles up, like Brother Overseer Daniel said, elbows, knees, the whole nine. We got this thing. Now, do you support it? It's coming to the world, and you got to make your mind up what level. Now, if you go level 1 to level 10, everything in life's about levels. When we do y'all remember, those of y'all that were part of the virtual retreat, which you got another one coming up soon. Part of the virtual retreat, we talked about the 6 areas of life, of success, the 6 pillars. You got your financial, your spiritual. Come on with it. You got your physical. You got your mental, emotional, and social. You got these 6 pillars. Are you level 1 to level 10 on each pillar? If you rock at level 10 on every pillar, you're fully fulfilled. Then that spiritual pillar, 1 to 10. Yahuwah's true word is coming into this world. It's been here before, but it got suppressed. Like it had happened over and over and over and over. This ain't no new thing. Yahuwah talks about it in Abarim, Hebrews. Brother Paul wrote Hebrews. He talked about what they did out there in the desert. Every time Yahuwah give them a breakthrough, every time Yahuwah give them a miracle, he give them signs and wonders. Can y'all imagine seeing the entire ocean split, a sea split, and you go across on dry ground? It wasn't even mud down there. No mud. Can you imagine? You sitting there looking at the ocean. You know that thing is deep up on deep up on deep. Possibly 100, 200, 300, 400 feet, maybe 1,000 feet deep. Y'all will split the thing apart. And then they go across and there's no mud. It's not even wet on the bottom. And shortly after, they go make a golden calf. You understand? It's very, 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 very simple. It's not even close. You ain't even got to worry about it. There was no mud. True snipers in the building. Woo! I see them snipers up on the roof. Who got them hand? Hannah, y'all paying attention? Amber, y'all paying attention? Somebody sniped one before Hannah and for Amber. Somebody sniping. They probably over there studying. Let me tell you. You guys are, am I level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? What level am I at the support of Yahuwah's true word coming to the world? Like, we've been sitting here being respectfully challenging, asking, looking for, and we would embrace. That's the thing people don't know about Promote the Truth. We would embrace someone going, hey, I got this true word, this true message from these true writings of Yahuwah. I'm bringing it to the table. Have no fear, everybody. I've been on this thing for years. I'm going to show you what I got. Now, how you going to get through 4 million views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and nobody step up and go, I got it? And we over here going, we got it. And we keep showing it to you. And it finally came to the point where from May 2007, the website went up in August 2007. All the search engine optimization starting right away. We're building businesses, pour money back into the optimization. Over the course of time, hundreds of thousands of dollars have been spent to get the message out through multiple means of people all over the world. And it would just grassroots growing. Now, we didn't put a big community together. We put his name throughout the world. That way, his sheep, they'll hear his voice. We planted seeds all over the world, and nobody knew who we were. Nobody. People kept guessing, trying to figure it out. We had, I think, Lena counted them because I paid close attention. So when me and Lena got married in 2012, so I found Yahuwah in 2007. I found my soulmate in 2012. I knew it from the gate. I met Lena February 2012. I married her November 2012. Wasn't playing. And then, a year and a half, 2 years later, here comes Kai. One of the native borns, one of the first in the world since the time Yahushua was here. Think about that. That's nuts. I look at my son all the time going, native born, ain't got no stains on him. So we knew if we just did, we didn't know how, we just knew that if we just planted and sowed enough seeds, someday Yahuwah would instruct us how to make the seeds prop up and begin to grow. That's y'all. Y'all, them seeds coming up out of the ground that we planted all them years ago. And you never hear us trashing other people. We just show the truth. And then we encourage people, hey, come on. Get with the program. Look, Yamani said 30 years of study. Same age Yahusha, who is Yahuwah, started teaching. Isn't that funny, Yamani? I just thought about that. Why are you tripping, sis? That's a trip that you tripping on a good point. Wow, Yamani. Wow. So about 3 years ago. Wow, Yamani. Yeah, that's a trip. 30 years of study. We start going hard. 5 years ago, we dropped it. We let people know. 4.5 years ago, we let people know. All right. I come on, I do a live. I come on, I do a live on Facebook Live. Then we repurpose the video and we start our little YouTube channel. We never did YouTube. I think it was like November 2020 is when we started our YouTube. Y'all, nobody knew Yahuwah in Google or YouTube land that we can find. Nobody. Back in 2007. If you type the name of Yahuwah in Google or on YouTube in 2007, it would not come up. Now, I've been saying that over and over and over and over and over. I've said that maybe 1,000 times for people who've been around. And nobody has came in here and dropped a video in the chat from about Yahuwah in 2007 or before. Nobody. Ain't that a trip? Nobody. Look at Gerard talking about the 3 W's. Gerard, you know, brother. Nobody. Hey, Melanie, Melanie goes, I remember when you began having online gatherings. There were only about 20 people on there. And that was before the YouTube channel started. She remembers. What y'all gonna do with this? Think about what you're seeing. Think about what you're witnessing. Now, how do you support? We believe you got to make a decision. This is a challenging live. On New Moon Day, the first day of the 6th new moon. So the real 6th month of the year is today. Yeah. I like what Judah said. The name never existed in our minds. Nope. But yes, he knew us. That's what I'm saying. He knew us. He created us in his hands. But what happened all them years? Y'all got to think about that. This is crazy. Yahusha, who is Yahuwah, comes to the world about 2,000 years ago. Spends around 30 years just chilling. Lets Yahuwah the Immerser, his cousin, John the Baptist, go out in front of him. And boy, they would flock to him. They would flock to him. Yahusha just sitting back. Wait. Dang, it's crazy. Think about this, y'all. I don't know. Whoever the creator is. I don't know. That's what I screamed out. Brother, I don't know. This is nuts. He comes to the world, sits back in the cut, edifies Yahuwah the Immerser. Then goes and gets immersed by Yahuwah the Immerser. Y'all ready for this? Whom he immersed. Who is that? Marie Ace Ditlo. We don't believe in no W's in Yahuwah's name. And there's no E's in Hebrews. And I understand y'all got good intentions. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all a quick education. Because sister got great heart, she got great intentions. But you're gonna get fooled. I'm gonna tell you, I promise you this. Yahuwah hates the letter W in the Hebrew. If you bring that letter W in Hebrew, Yahuwah the Most High hates it. It's a double U. You see it? W. It's a ooh. Leave it as a U and elongate it when you pronounce it. That's it. Don't put it in there. If you put that W in his name, you ain't going with him. I'm going to tell you why. That is a trick of the Masoretes. That's a trick of the Pharisees, sign-name Jews, a.k.a. Jews, I should say. They want to send you on a smoke screen, have you chasing E's and W's and O's and V's in the Hebrew language so that you will say, instead of Yahuwah, Yahuwah. See, ooah. That's that you. Instead of you saying that, you'll mess around and say Yahweh, Yehovah. That's why he hates them W's. He hates them V's. He hates them O's. He hates those E's. Because they're going to get you to say another name. Who going to teach y'all that? Out of love, promote the truth. Now, you can sit back and go, no, this is what I know. And we're going to say one thing. We're going to say one thing. See, she ain't listen. We told her don't put no W. Come here. Yahushua, son of Yahuwah. They hard-headed. Show them love. Y'all seen it? How many y'all seen it? I showed her love. Said, sis, come on now. Because I'm going to say the next thing. Put some money up. She ain't going to put no money up. They're not going to put no money up. They're going to come in here and try to drop knowledge and teach, and guess what? They don't know what they're talking about. I've been riding on this thing on the front line full heat. Boy, you talking about somebody under intense fire. Cannons going off around me, machine guns, arrows, bows, trying to get me off the name of Yahuwah for over 18 years. And then I tell people, hey, when I say, you got a great heart, you got great intentions. No, pride comes before the fall. That pride comes before the fall. Simple. You walk up into somebody else's channel, I'm going to tell them what I think. What you doing? You got to come in, at least you got to be like, well, I heard it was this. What do y'all think about that? Like, come in here. Like that. We cool with that. We'll help you. But I don't know what you're doing when you come up in there with that pride and you dealing with these real ones. You dealing with the highest degree belt you can get in black belt, I think it's 10th degree. In this thing here with Yahuwah, you're dealing with some 20th, 30th degree black belts. In the word, we be laughing and cutting up and having a good time, but you see us, we sharp. You see it. You bring that craziness, we slice it and dice it real smooth, and then we never think about you again. Thank you for the algorithm jump. That's it. Go all the way back. Yahuwah comes to the earth. Think about it. Truth says, I know the name Yahuwah is spelled like that. It ain't about it being spelled like that. That's not what it's about. It's about how it's pronounced. This is how it's spelled. Right here. That's how Yahuwah's name, how he spells his name, okay? What we got to do is teach people to pronounce his name. See? People miss that. So all the translations I see putting this name in there, who knows how to pronounce it? So what did you do? You went and created a translation, and I know y'all see him? How come they never had, how come them knuckleheads that come up in here, they get blown out of here? Somebody come over here talking about Jesus. How come they never got no profile pictures? Y'all notice that? Cowards. They don't ever got a profile picture. Isn't that amazing? That's why Revelation Hazut 21:8 is in full effect. It's in full effect. The first ones that's going into the lake of fire are the cowards. And the cowards love to talk the most trash. They hide behind their little internet screen. I'm out here, you see me. I'm all over the place. I got, I think over 1,000 videos on the internet with my face, my name. I got people dragging me all over the place. You think I'm hiding from it? I'm up on Front Street. People are like, oh, you hear what they say about Brother Jay? Ooh, you think me and my team? I got an international legal team. And we got all kind of methods of how we can deal with all this. And we done appropriately sued some people, yeah, over the years. But we just needed to knock somebody upside the head. Yahuwah had to lead on that. And it's funny, you get ready to go sue them. No, I should say we went to go file or have filed. Man, no, I didn't mean it. They always back down. Ain't nobody want that smoke. See, I like how AHCH Yasaf said, could it be as YAHUAH? He said, look how he said it. YAHUAH due to no vowels. What do you mean no vowels? There is vowels. There's Yahuwah's name, Yasaf. And I like he said, just asking, Brother Jay. See, you come in here respectful. Bro, what do you mean? Who told you no vowels? That is another lie from the pit of hell. Yahuwah's name, this right here, these are 4 Hebrew vowels. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But who taught you no vowels? They say tetragrammaton, 4 consonants. Who is that from? Greek. Greek. And anybody that come in here with the YAHUAH, Yahuwah, all that, I say, all right, put some money up. Put like 5,000 at least. Put that up that you will stand on that name. You will stand on the spelling of that name. Now I will scientifically, historically, and scripturally prove that wrong. So if you want to give $5,000, I bet you we can raise more, just like that, right here with the team. Guarantee. You want to put some money up? and you want to donate it to one of our orphanage causes. Man, Lena just showed me a video the other day. Y'all see these kids, they didn't have nothing. They never get to play with kites. We donated all these kites to all these kids and got them lunch. And man, they out there running. And guess what? We say, this is in the name of Yahuwah. We're going to take that 5,000. We're going to go out and find orphanage, really like very, very despondent, like impoverished children. And we're going to promote the name of Yahuwah even more. We're going to raise them up. So if y'all want to try to stand on the W in Yahuwah's name, and how you going to get know you when the vowel is a ooh? How you going to get Benjamin Netanyahu? They all agree to it. All the scholars go, yeah, his name is Benjamin Netanyahu. It don't say Benjamin Netanyahu, or Benjamin Netanyahu. They don't do it. Look, I told you, Jay Cordova said, I'll put another 2,000 on that 5. Last night we raised 30 grand and challenged people respectfully on some key verses we were showing to tear down the translation. We do it to tear down translations. We have fun with it. We're not being arrogant or pompous with it. We just do it. And look, many of y'all been here through these millions of video views. You don't see nobody when we say put some money up. They don't ever put no money up. What's going on? Look at my brother Spence. Spence speaks. Yeah. You come here, you ask humility, ask a question. So hopefully that helps you out, brother. There's just no W's. And you got to know, you got to have study. Now, how do I know this? How do I know that? All right. Who's the person that taught you? YAHUAH or YAHUAH? How many hours did they study? I studied 6 to 10 hours a day for 3+ years, almost 3.5 years. The origins of words and languages. 6 to 10 hours a day, from 2004 to 2007. That's how I found Yahuwah's name. What am I going to do about that? So now I'm 18 years later. Once I found it, Yahuwah, he took all the scales off my eyes. And then I can look at the Hebrew words and I can tell you exactly. This is if the money was put up and the person wanted to put the money up humbly, and the person was able to prove the W that hold on, what do you say? Was able to prove the W, could that money be put back into promote the truth? No. You mean put back in promote the truth? No, you take the money and do whatever you want to do with it. Don't put it back in promote the truth. We come follow you. He said, man, I'm respectfully asking that. Yeah. You prove that W is true, we come to follow you. Carol Lincoln says, is there a True Scriptures church? No, because church is a pagan word. It comes from the word Circe, which is the goddess of prostitution. So we don't have no church. We don't do no prostitution worship up in here. See, very respectfully, just share it with you. And we know where y'all coming from. Let me tell y'all the best thing to do. Rather than asking a bunch of questions, just go back and watch the videos. Because what happens is when you see people, I open it up because from time to time, sprinkle them in here. But I ain't going to sit there and do them. Hey, y'all do see me do question and answer lives, and they're hysterical, right? It's amazing because we just literally just show people how silly the way we were taught to think. And we all relate. We all go laugh with you because we go, man, how did we get so far off? So the best thing to do is go to promotethetruth.com / I should say, youtube.com / promote the truth. Go back, hit the live button, get you a notepad. Now do what you're supposed to do. Go study. Now, when you go through all them videos, You're going to put yourself in the top less than 1% in the world in knowledge. We gather at www, Carolinka, World Wide Web. We don't participate in building gathering as a method to grow. It doesn't mean that you can't get some gatherings in your local area, but that typically stunts growth. That's why I believe Yahuwah had created www, World Wide Web, because when this word is preached throughout the ends of the world, then the end will come. If everybody huddles up in a building, ain't no word going out. So how are we going to put 407,000 subscribers in the building? See that? So what's more effective? Because I can go do it right now. I can stop talking to y'all. Let's just say I came on once every 2 weeks or maybe once a month. But I spent most of my time, I go here in Cali, Colombia. There's 3 million people here. Yeah, Carolina, you see what I'm saying? There's 3 million people here. How big of a building could I grow? I'm telling y'all right now. I can build as big a stadium as you want just here in Cali, Colombia. And we can get like a 50 to 60, 70,000 stadium. Y'all give me 1.5 years. I need 18 months. And that sucker will be packed. Give me 18 months and I will pack that stadium with the so-called, quote, church. And Yahuwah would look at me and he would knock the hell out of me. He would go, I don't want you in that building. Look what he said to Sodoban, Stephen. Why did they stone Stephen? He said that Yahuwah no longer lives in buildings made by the hands of men or humans. He lives in us. And the best way to get us to multiply is through the www. That's why all the people hating on the internet, I'm like, y'all are silly. You got to know Yahuwah because of the www. Because who in your town walked up to you and said, hey, you ever heard of Yahuwah? That's rare. There might be 5 or 6 of you in here that had that happen. Almost every one of you here, put it in the chat. How many of y'all found Yahuwah on the internet? I'll start out with me first. Me. Put in the chat if you found Yahuwah's name on the internet. Somebody didn't come up to and tell you about it. Put it in the chat. Watch the chat blow up. Crazy. I found Yahuwah on the internet, on the www. Now, the reason that most of the world knows Yahuwah now is because I found his name in 2007, May. I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna say that I believe, that's my belief, and many other people believe. Look at that, me. I found Yahuwah on the internet. We didn't find him in no building. We didn't find him through no local gathering. Nobody walked up to us with a pamphlet. Nobody walked up to us with a pamphlet. So all of a sudden, you found Yahuwah on the www, and then you come up and go, hey, is there somebody here I can go meet with at a local church or a group gathering? Do you see how Satan wants to trick you to put you back in a box? Look, the name video. Let's go over there. Let's go over there. That's hilarious, man. See, I want to show you something. Young Kardashian, yeah, man. Just don't, you ain't got to reach out to us. The presentation is the name video. That's it. I'm going to give you hey, young, was it Kardashian? Yeah, man, we got you. This is amazing. Watch this. Where is it at? Great. I mean, the thing is off the hook. Now watch this. I'm going to share my screen. I'm doing a little something different tonight. Y'all ready? I'm going to share my screen. Watch this. Show you what you do. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's PromoteTheTruth.com. I'm over there underneath the videos. And then look right here. This is the top video right here. I just typed in the name. See, I went to the search right here. And I typed in the name. Y'all see that? I went in, over there to the right. Look next to store. It says the name. I typed in the name, and all of a sudden the name video comes. Now I'm going to click on it. Watch it.
In his fists.
Now I'm going to look at this. 779,000 views in just 4 years. Y'all see that? 700. We're almost at 800,000 views on that channel. Look at this thing. And you see all them other little videos over on the side? That's all the stuff that YouTube tries to throw up. We right in there with the world. We rocking like YAHUAH. Look. We rocking like we down there with the what? The tax sinners. We right in the middle of it. We don't try to put our videos over there like that. Watch this.
Who has gone up to the heavens and come down? Who has gathered the winds in his fists? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if you know it? Mishla, aka Proverbs 30 verse 4. Look at this deep challenge in Scripture. It asks us, what is his name, and what is his son's name, if you know it? Many have been born, and many have died, without knowing the answer to this question. You are blessed today, because the answer to this question is revealed right here and right now. The Creator says, I am Yahuwah, that is my name, and my esteem I do not give to another, nor...
All right. I just want to give y'all a little taste. I just want to give y'all a little that over there. Now you can go see that video. We bought a domain just for that video, thenamevideo.com. That's the presentation. And we didn't even have all the language down yet. We was close. Y'all can see Yahuwah get me tight. I wrote that script in 2020, 21. I wrote that script, I believe, either the end of 2020 or 2021. Every word you see on that being spoke and you see on that screen, I wrote that. I wrote every word of it. Through who? The Ruah. And that was what I'll teach you all things. He was working with me. It don't mean you're going to understand all things he's teaching you. It means I'm going to teach you all things. You got to learn to comprehend what I'm teaching you. So the teacher can go in front of the room. But if you don't comprehend it, or you give up, or you're a quitter, you're in trouble. I've been willing to be relentless, to seek Yahuwah with all my mind, not just my heart and my soul, until he cleaned up my language. Yeah, I think I wrote that in 2021, right? Melanie said. Man. Whoo. Somebody said, I sent that to a Christian a few days after. I told her, she sent it back. Said, you're right. I'm telling you, that video, it pins people in the corner. Carol Lincoln said, I'm going to be teaching my children, my grandchildren from the Truth Scriptures. That's right. Because you ain't got to worry then. We don't have to worry then. Y'all dig what I'm saying? Everybody understand the assignment. Everybody understand the assignment? The assignment is Yahuwah's true word is coming to the earth. You now got to say, all right, I'm going to support. Michelle Richardson said, I watched the videos. Now look, this is how you do it. Look on the screen. I put it up. I watch the videos and take notes. I have notebooks everywhere in my house and bring papers to work so I can take notes at work. That is what you call a disciple. That's how you become rooted in the word. That's how you become studied to show yourself approved. That's how it happens. You got to be willing. Like if it took me 3 years for me to do what I did, 3.5 years. If it took me 3.5 years to do what I did, to find Yahuwah's name, can't y'all at least put in some work from the live videos with all the shortcuts in it? It's going to shortcut you. So you're not going to have to spend all the time. If you want to do it, go do it. You're going to come back here and say, bro, Jay, you were right. Go do what I did. Go track down P45, P46, Codex Sinaiticus, Codex Leningrad, Codex Corensis, Codex Sinaiticus, Codex Vaticanus, Codex Alexandrius, the Torah Shamaranit. Go understand how to read Dead Sea Scrolls. Understand how to read Aramaic. Understand how to read Greek. Understand how to read Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew. Go do all that. Then come back with your summation of what you figured out. And see if you can bring Yahuwah's true word into the world. All you're going to do is come and high five me. That's all you're going to do. You just going to come and high five me. That's it. You're going to walk, you're going to say, man, I did all that. I spent 2 years getting in at least on the line of where you're at. And I got the internet now with more information. So I got up faster. I didn't have the time that you did, Brother Jay. Man, I'm with you. Let's rock this thing. That's all that's going to happen. I'm very confident in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest that you come on. Just come on with it. The word of Yahuwah is coming in its purest form. Y'all got to listen to me. In the most powerful, economic, forceful language that has led the entire world astray. He's now taking that force, that power, that beast power energy, and he is now giving us rule over it to use that energy for his purpose, the English language. The world has to, at this point, as of now, they must bow down to the English language. Y'all know it. The USA is the world #1 superpower. The whole world's currency is foundational on the US dollar. You better go understand Hazun and have studied prophecy in detail like I have, and you will know who the whore is. You'll know who the beast power is. You'll know. And the whole world wonders after it and don't understand why. The whole world wonders after this power system. What we're here to do is take that language that the whole world has ran after and has led the whole world astray. That whole world. What do you think they do with movies in Hollywood? What happens? Those movies are made in English. And then what does the rest of the world do with Hollywood movies? They put them in their language. I live in Colombia, man. I live in 3 million people in our city. I go to the movie theaters all the time with all the top movies out of Hollywood in Spanish, coming from English. The whole world is being dictated by the English language. The whole world. Now, I don't know why, but Yahuwah chose me, this little country boy from Winchester, Kentucky, who grew up in and around Trapp, Kentucky, where you can shake a stick at the amount of people that live out there, on a hog farm of all places, baptized in a Baptist church in a hog pond, became an ordained Baptist minister in 1992, was about to become an ordained minister in the Seventh-day Adventist religion. I don't know why Yahuwah chose me to unveil all these crazy mysteries that has shrouded the earth for centuries. I don't know why. I just know he did. And the proof is in the fruits. It's in the listen, I don't care what they say about me. They're going to say everything about me. They're going to hate me. They're going to drill me. They're going to do all this craziness that they've been doing to me. I'm telling y'all, it's going to happen. Somebody's going to send you stuff about me and talk about me, and it ain't none of it true. None of it. I don't mess with nobody. And they're not going to put no money up. I don't care how crazy it looks. None of them are going to put any money up to prove it true. I'll put money up. Oh, he did this and that. All right, put up $5,000 to prove I did that or said that. Or what they saying is true. Come on, put up 5,000. Let's get it started with that. And then my boys and my gals, they'll come behind me with some more. I don't know why, but he did. Now, here's the key here. He chose me, and I chose him. I chose it. Many are called, but few choose it. So I chose it. I accepted it. And I'm going to tell you, before I accepted it, I ran from it. I did a Jonah. I know exactly how Jonah felt. He hauled ass. I hauled ass. I ran from it. He was calling me all the way back in 92. That's why I went to Ordained Baptist and I went to, and then I came out and I said, y'all both are clowns. All this stuff is clowns. All this organized religion is trash. I said that in 1993. And then I kept researching and digging over time, but I went buck wild for a minute though. See, I'm hot or I'm cold. When I go cold, you be like, damn, he cold for real. Buck wild. Up in the club, partying all night, playing ball, all over the world, running it. I did it. Did all of that. So all that stuff y'all want. All that fame, I had all that fame, all that stuff. Had all that. Autographs, women throwing themselves at me left and right. I seen all that stuff over the years. All of it. Agents trying to pick me up, limousines, take me here. We offer you this. My agent next door. My agent, 21 years old. My agent next door, his next door neighbor, Michael Jackson. Crazy. I'm telling you. He said, hey man, Michael Jackson over next door. I seen it was at Never Never Land, seen all the little stuff out there. I seen everything. I done seen all that stuff y'all want to see, I'm telling you. And I ran from Yahuwah's call. He was calling me back in 92. And I ran to buck wild. And I think Yahuwah, he respected me more. Before I knew him, he respected me more because I was cold at that time. I said, whoever God is, leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with no Jesus. I don't want nothing to do with no God. All this is trash. I said in 1993. Then I messed around and just started creeping back to it in 2004-ish. Because I had a friend got pancreatic cancer. And he didn't want to die. They gave him 3 to 6 months to live. And he said, man, it's saying right. He was crying to me in my house. Man, it's saying right here that these are the signs of those that follow. You should lay hands on the sick and it will recover. It shall recover, man. I believe it. I was looking at it. And I know the scriptures. And I'm sitting there and in my best recollection, I'm going, what am I going to do? I know all this stuff. This guy's crying. They give him 3 to 6 months to live. I said, man, I believe with you. And I'm hot or cold now. I was cold at that time. I went all in. I said, man, not only am I going to believe with you, I'm going to study as much as I can. I hope I can get there fast. I couldn't get there fast enough. He died 3 months later. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Yeah, he died in Jesus' name. He dead serious. Then with my little cousin, 25 years old, I seen that girl change like you wouldn't believe. She used to be stuck up, weird, standoffish. She got cancer in the stomach. She became one of the sweetest people I ever met in my life. She had 1 round of a treatment and it kind of went away. And she remained sweet as could be, even after she thought she was sweet. I said, man, you ain't the same person at all. Why wouldn't you just, like you would talk to her, she would stand behind somebody. Like her boyfriend, she would stand behind her boyfriend and way standoffish, like rude. Man, she became so outgoing, so fun, loved hanging out with her. It came back. And her dad said, man, you can't come in my house unless you believe she's healed in Jesus' name. I said, brother, I believe with you. I'm in the middle of the study now. I'm going all the way back. Yeah, he said, I felt that. He said, you had a cousin pass away a couple months ago. You know what I'm talking about? Nakia said it, Marie. Yeah. It came back on her. And her dad was like, you can't come. I'm telling you, he would turn people away. Do you believe she healed in Jesus' name? And if somebody would hesitate and go, well, no, you don't believe it. You can't come in. I walked over there. He said, Jay. I said, yeah, I believe. He said, come on. Let's go lay hands on her. We went back there. We laying hands on her. She died a few months later. In Jesus' name. Good old, terrible old, foul old, corrupt old, fraud old Jesus' name. You can't tell me nothing good gonna come out of Jesus' name. Nothing. It's all fake. It's all a fraud. It's all filthy. I don't care how much lipstick they put on that pig. Because by the way, what does Jesus mean in Latin? Pig. Jesus means pig. Put all the lipstick you want on that pig. What's it mean in Hebrew? Horse. You can't outrun this. Horse. Ain't got nothing to do with the Creator. Nothing to do with it. Hallelujah. That I found the truth. Hallelujah that I found the truth. I found the truth. Messing around trying to depend on Jesus. But man, I kept digging with all my mind. And every time I get a little clue, I go, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. As I started to understand Aramaic more and look at some of those writings and spending that money. That's the issue. Y'all don't want to put no money up. Most people. The real ones do. You know who you are. The ones that all up in this support of this, we done pulled off miracles and y'all know it. Because you did what? You did what I did. You put some money up. You went to tsfo.org. You said, man, I'll put me some money up on this thing. And I'm going to watch. Go talk to Yahuwah. Go put some money up. Go to tsfo.org. Go ahead and sow into that and say, Yahuwah, show me. Give me signs. Show me some signs and wonders that this is your work. Watch what he'll do. You're going to get an unbelievable. You're going to get unbelievable. Man, that True Sniper was really fast. Woo! Woo! Shannon was on the roof. Shannon Collier up on the roof. Pow! True Snipers in full effect. Look at him. Look at them racists coming here. Y'all see him? They done call me the N-word. Somebody called me the bronzes. They can't help but look at color. It just eats them up. Racists look at color. Black looking at white people going, nah, y'all ain't nothing. White looking at black, y'all ain't. The yellow looking at the red. It's stupid. Yahuwah made all of us, dumbass. Ain't that a dumbass? A dumbass. You got to be a dumbass to look at color and think there's something better about one color than the other. You got to be a dumbass. True? When y'all agree, you got to be a dumbass. It doesn't even make common sense. You can't go and know. And let me tell you what does it. Hold on. Let me tell you what gives you the dumbass effect and it perpetuates. Here's the dumbass effect going into full effect. You know what it is? Guess what it is? Y'all ready? A false word. They got the King James and the Greek versions that teaches them racism. They don't even understand that Satan has blinded them, that it came true, that the whole world has been deceived. And now they are a full-fledged dumbass like I was. See? I used to be a dumbass. At least, but here's the thing. I was humble enough to get my ass out of being dumb. I said, I'm going to humble myself. Then you stop being a dumbass. Look at Overseer Bill. Dumbass equals false word. You can't be smart on something false. It's crazy. So look at it. Yahuwah's true word coming in the world. We got this word. It's off the hook. It's off the hook. Now, there's around 15 people right now that are pouring their. I've been in there with them today, all day today. I've been in there with them. I was trying to come on 3 or 4 hours ago, but I've been in there working with them. They're reviewing. We got 3 phases that equals the entire Tanak. And we got teams on each phase. And they're working their tails off. And they're in there finding little knick-knack stuff. I told y'all. Sherry, Melanie, didn't I tell you? Daniel, didn't I tell you? Yahuwah speaks to me. Tell me. You have at least 10 other eyes on this thing. And look at what we've seen just today from putting them other eyes, but they got to be immersed into Yahuwah. Yahuwah had to choose them for it. And look at Yahuwah work, Daniel. Bill, you see it? You see it? Brother Joe, you be so proud of your squad over here. They getting down and they find a little nickname. We've been in there 3+ years. A whole team of us. A whole team of us been in there 3+ years. Yahuwah tell me, need at least 10 more eyes that are immersed into me, that love me with all they got. Have them come and look at it to get this thing real tight. They've been in there all day. They was in there last night, yesterday evening, and all day today they've been in there. Are y'all lifting them up in prayer? Are y'all supporting them? Are y'all, like, what do you do? Like, they in there with all their heart. What can you do? That's why TS Info is always a barometer. It's ridiculous. It's a barometer. It gives you the opportunity to go, man, I can at least do something with my financial support. I can leave a comment on the wall. I can be a part of this thing. I can get in on it with my resources. That's the easiest thing to do. Resources. You gotta have them resources, pour and pour, because Yahuwah's word, true word, is coming to the world, and we gotta market it and we gotta promote it. Hey, let me read y'all what came in today. This team sent this to me. I was going to tell them put it in a telegram. I said, no, I gotta talk to people about it so they don't get it twisted. Look at this effective word that's happening. Watch this. And this is gonna happen more and more and more. Somebody sent in, I'm not going to say their name or their channel. They said, this is such and such. I've been truly, and they don't know about it, getting it. I've been truly blessed by your work through Promote the Truth and the dedication you've shown to providing accurate, scripture-based teaching for those seeking the true creator, all caps, Yahuwah, YAHUAH. Your depth of research and commitment to clarity in understanding the scriptures has made a powerful impact on those on the path of spiritual enlightenment. That's what they said. I run a Hebrew Israelite channel where I teach, preach, and interview individuals whose work is edifying and inspiring to our nation. I would be honored to have you on for an interview to share your journey, wisdom, and encouragement with our audience. Here's my channel for reference. If you're open to it, I'd be glad to work around your schedule. I look forward to building together for the esteem of Yah. Shalom. Now, these are starting to pour in. I just don't tell y'all about all that. These are starting to pour in. I just don't tell you all about these coming in. They putting their message. They all trying to get to where they can talk to me and the team. Because now they're starting to use the Truth Scriptures and nobody can refute their teaching. And what he say? Y'all pick it up? I'm a Hebrew Israelite, so I know what that's about. They're primarily trying to focus to the black audience. But they're learning from me and the Promote the Truth team over here that Yahuwah is everybody. So we can tear down these strongholds all over the place. So when you support at tsinfo.org, I'm telling you, that's because of our marketing dollars that we're putting out everywhere. We're going to go nuts on the SEO. We're going to put tens of thousands of dollars, that's our goal, in the SEO over the next several months. Tens of thousands. We would love to put hundreds of thousands to where every time somebody's looking for, I'll give you an example, we got to dominate, bid on keywords. Big time keywords cost more. For example, how do I get saved? Those keywords, how do I get saved? Well, those big old mega churches, they have these research teams, they learn in the game, they're hiring people to bid more money so that their site comes up top when somebody types in, how do I get saved? What is the name of the creator? Somebody's site's going up on top based on how much they pay in marketing dollars and having their site optimized for the keywords. So you got to do the keywords, then your website has to be optimized to trigger those keyword words to pull people in. So we would like to do tens of thousands first, then hundreds of thousands, and then millions of dollars, to where every time somebody, they type in, they start hearing about Yahuwah. Who is Yahuwah? Would y'all like for our site to come up first? Would you like for the name video to come up first? Would you like it? Why do you think we bought the domain name, thenamevideo.com? Because what we're doing is we're doing search engine optimization off of the name. What is the name? Come on, Daniel. Daniel Bacote said, we stepping up. We're all in. Daniel came in with that awesome 144 Super. Look what he said. We stepping up. We're all in. We need everybody to get in here to go, we got to do better. We're doing good. I promise y'all we're doing good. But we are not to the point where we are consistently great. And then from great, we elevate to excellent. Good ain't going to have the breakthrough. It ain't going to happen. Good's not going to do the breakthrough. We got to learn to be great first. Then after great becomes excellence. We are consistently good at what we're doing. Consistently good. We're doing just good enough to really move it. But once we become great, you're going to watch them numbers jump from 400,000 to 600,000 like that, to 1 million like that, to 2 million like that. But that requires us and resources, money, talent, because we got to hire the talent. What do you got to hire the talent with? Y'all think these people, they don't need to eat? That's why Miss Q knows it. We got to have them resources. That's why if Yahuwah's true words coming to the earth, you get to pick out and see, it's all in it. It's your resources. It's you hitting the like button. It's you hitting the share button. It's you not getting distracted. It's you staying strong. It's you going, hey, I'll handle the detractors. Brother Jay done been raw with us. He done told us they hate him. I'm a firework. I'm a lightning bolt in this world. For real. I live under that heat. And the craziest thing is that all my haters, they're not hating me. They hate the one that sent me. And if they just want to dial in on me, they done made a mistake with me. Come on, Sister Brenda. That's super. They made a mistake with me. I was going to kill myself in 1993. Isn't this kind of weird timing? I told y'all I'm hot or cold. I'm like, ain't no sense in me staying around on this earth with all this fake. I done left my professional baseball contract. I done gave up potential millions of dollars. Come on, Brother Joe. That's super. I done gave up my professional contract. I done things that hardly any human beings would do. And here I am sitting here feeling so alone inside. And I sat there on my step in my condo. I had a nice little condo because I went to clean carpets. I left professional baseball to go clean carpets. Come on, Sister Beverly, with that $100 super. I see you. She said she got her step. I'm sitting there in my condo. Back then, 1993, it was like $1,500 a month. That's a big deal. Most people paying $700, $800 a month. I had me a $1,500 a month. Left baseball, went to clean carpets, and I was making $1,500 to $2,000 a week. I was the #1 salesman for Stanley Steamer, the big yellow trucks in the USA riding around. I was #1 after like 3 months in the entire nation. Never worked a Saturday because I believe Saturday was a Sabbath. That was Yahuwah teaching me. He gave me a little seed. He goes, see, you just set yourself apart. That was him stair-stepping me. But I was lonely inside, man. I really wanted God to be right. I really wanted Jesus to be the answer. I really wanted that commitment of what I gave up my baseball career for. Really, that really hurt me. All them years I spent to perfect that skill, and I gave it up to go find and follow Jesus and God and Lord. All three of them crooks. I sat there on that step. Halfway down my steps, I had a 2-story condo off Manowar Boulevard in Lexington, Kentucky. I sat there, man. I went upstairs. I sat down, had by myself, and I got up, went upstairs, reached over my closet, got my 357. Oh, Sister Annette, I see you, sis. I got my 357 pistol. I sat down in the middle of that step. I thought things through. Because I'm all out. Either way. I said, man, I don't want to live no more. I hate this world. I said the word, I said, I hate this world. This world ain't nothing but full of fake, ain't nothing real in it. I don't like nothing about it. And see, back then, you know, that's where your phones had the voicemail. Remember that? The caller ID, and it went to voicemail. Remember, you used to have the answer machine, and then the phone company started offering the digital service where it would go where? Come on, Sister Kenny. Got us rocking down there in Australia. Remember, it would go, so it would ring 4 times, then it go to voicemail. Leave your name and number. You can remember you can dial in and leave the little message. Hey, this is Jay. I'm not here right now. Just leave your name and number. I'll call you back. Right? So it ring 4 times, go to voicemail. So I was sitting there. Now ask my daddy. Y'all see him come in here, JD Senior. He over doing a fish fry today with my sister. They sending me pictures. I sat there. I finally said, that's it. After I walked that through, I sat there about 30 minutes talking this all through. Because you got to be sure if you go, because that's it. You got to be sure. Not going to be on the earth no more. You don't know what's going to happen on the other side of when you stop breathing. I pull that hammer back, came up, pull that gun up nice and slow, put it right in my temple, and then I would put my hand on that trigger. And as soon as I put my hand on that trigger, that phone started ringing. I mean, to the T. That phone started ringing, y'all. I promise you. That's my dad. I was in the house by myself. I'll tell you why I said that's my dad. It rang one time, and I was very pulling. I said, that's weird. And I had something in my head go, you know, it's like, is that a coincidence? So it stunned me. So it rang twice. I said, well, after it rings 4 times, I'm going to pull the trigger. 3 times, 4 times, I'm going to pull the trigger, ring again 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times, I unlocked the trigger. I said, this is nuts. That phone kept ringing, y'all. That's a sign and a wonder. I went downstairs. I said, what? I picked that phone up, and my daddy said, hey, boy, what's going on with you? Something in me told me how to call you. Telling y'all. I said, Daddy, I ain't doing too good. He said, what's going on? I said, I'm down, Daddy. I ain't happy. And I said, I hate this world. He said, no, you're talking crazy now to tell me what's going on. And Daddy just talked to me for a little bit. He had no idea his son, he was going to get a call from somebody else that his son was gone. He had no clue. So think of that. Just think all that stuff through. See, when you think it all through, you got to come to some realizations. Brother Joe, I got to tell you. Brother Dan, I got to tell you. Sister Michaela, I got to tell you. Brother Donald, I got to tell y'all, man. I got to tell y'all. That was a trip time. Daddy talked to me for about 10, 15 minutes. I just come out of a bad relationship. Woman I was with cheating on me. She gone, ran off with some dude. They gave up my baseball career. The woman was with me, obviously, because I was playing ball. When I stopped playing ball, she ain't gonna live with no carpet cleaner, I guess. Come on, Sister Shirley with that soup. My sister up in Canada. Liliana, you hear what I'm saying? I was like, my dad said, look, I'm telling you, something about these women. My dad goes, now if it's something to do with these women, son, there's too many fish in the sea. That's his whole thing. Too many fish in the sea. You're a good-looking man. You're a good-looking man. You get plenty of fish in the sea. Plenty of fish in the sea. Tell him. That's my daddy saying. He kept saying that over and over. He said, I'm here for you. If you need to do something, you just call me now. You call me, all right? I said, all right, Daddy. Hung up the phone. I said, that's not a coincidence. So I said, I'm just going to keep breathing. Like Tom Hanks did in that movie Castaway. Y'all remember that? Castaway? That's how'd you make it out there all that time? He said, I just kept breathing. All of y'all that's been having them tough times while you're learning to trust and depend on Yahuwah, just keep breathing. I said, I'm just going to keep breathing. About a week later, that impressed me that my dad called me like that. Now, my dad raised me to be a professional athlete, so his heart is broke that I done quit, but he never pressed me. The rest of my family was on me. My mother was crying every day. My daddy never, who raised me, who was intense on me, he never, ever pushed me about playing ball. Never. He didn't say nothing to me on that phone about playing ball. He never called me, why'd you do this? He never even said why. I said, Daddy, I'm not playing. And he said, all right, son, I believe in you. I don't completely understand it, but, I love you. I'm here for you. A week later, I'm driving down the road, going to a carpet cleaning job. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back and play ball. It's about a week later. I think it had a lot to do. My dad didn't press me. He showed me that love. Now I'm in Kentucky. He living in Florida. I'm going to go back and play ball. That's what I'm going to do. Next day, I called my agent, the one over in Hollywood. I mean, Beverly Hills, you say. No, not Hollywood. Beverly Hills. I said, hey, the assistant to the agent, Rhonda. She said, man, what? We've been trying to get a hold of you. We call you. We know that, we just giving you space and what's going on. And, is everything going good? So I'm coming back to play. She goes, they're screaming. They said, okay, I'm going to call the Padres. I'm going to call them right now. And I know that. I said, I'm not going back to the Padres. For some reason, she called them anyway. Next day, the headquarters from Padres, the coaches, the head office, they was calling me. Hey, man, come on, we'll put you out in Vegas, get you a little warm up. You do good down there for a month or so. We'll bring you on up to the show. You hit your dream. You go do your thing. I said, I'm not coming back there. They said, why? I said, I'm going to change my whole scenery. I need something different. They said, well, we still own your rights. I said, my agent told me because we had that conversation that night. She said, you'd have to set out the entire rest of the year. So this is like halfway during the season. Late July, something like that. 1993. I said, I'm going to sit out the rest of the season there. I said, I'm just going to go back down to Florida. I stay with my dad, that good weather, and I'll go work out. I'll work out. I said, I'll be a free agent. Give me a great contract. Give me a great deal somewhere. One of my close friends, Jay Gaynor. Jay Gaynor, he's one of, I don't know if they've happened since then, up until now, it's not too many people's done this. He is one of my closest friends to this day. But he was one of 13 players in all of Major League Baseball. His first pitch in Major League, home run. His bat is in Cooperstown at the Hall of Fame because he's one of 13 players. Now, I don't know if it's one or two or three more done that. Can't be more than three, maybe five more. Their first pitch is a home run. So I called Jay up. So he had just got traded to the Rockies, Colorado. I called up Jay. How's it over there? Good, man. I mean, you love the air up here. It's good, man. The people, the organization. I said, great. I said, I'll tell my agent to negotiate with them. So I told my agent, negotiate with them. So they got in the battle, negotiating with different teams, but I chose them, got a good contract, went up there, had my greatest season ever. Killed it. And then the baseball strike hit August 12th, 1994. August 12th, 1994. August 12th, impressed in my brain. Yeah, I think that happened. Y'all think what you want to think. Yahuwah has some kind of crazy call on me to where it's the first time it's ever happened that there was no World Series. It's never happened. Didn't happen before, never happened since. That year, on September the 1st, I was going to the major leagues. I was in Colorado Springs. Shout out to my people in Colorado Springs. Playing for the Sky Sox, which is the AAA team for the Rockies. See, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I was hitting around 400 at the beginning of August. Anybody know anything about baseball? In AAA, I was hitting like 400 in August. You got like about a month left. I was killing everybody. Satan was giving me everything I want. See, y'all missed that part. I'm going to close out with this. Satan was giving me everything I want. I'm telling y'all this because I'm telling y'all that the stuff y'all really want, I done had it at the highest levels. Satan was giving me everything. I could party all night and come to the park and just show up just right in time, stretch out a little bit, and dominate in the game. I'd never been like that before. You'd always got to be on your right mind. I'd be drinking and partying all night. I just show up. And I decided during that time not to care about anything. And if you said something to me that I didn't really like, I'd hit you right in the mouth right now. So I was fighting and everything. I'd knock you out. Quick. Ask everybody who knew me. Country boy, hog strong, knock you out. Baseball strike. Don Baylor was the manager then. Comes down to Colorado Springs. Hey, man, bringing you up. Baseball strike hits. And then never came. I went to Venezuela. I signed a major league contract in Venezuela, South America. Crazy. Then they got in a bidding war between the Rockies and the Mariners. And the Mariners gave me a better contract. So I went with the Mariners. I signed my first major league contract. It was late 94, I signed my first major league contract. Going to major league camp. Going to go play left field next to Griffey. All them boys up there. Baseball strike still going into spring training. The strike is still going, y'all. It's spring training. They missed the World Series. Now the whole offseason takes place. So that's October-ish, right? So you got November, December, January, February, the middle of February, spring training. The strike's still going on. I'm like, is this crazy? All this time I ended up putting to get to be a major league player, and the strike is still going on. So they try to get me to cross the line. I'm like, I ain't crossing no line. My son, who's here now, he'll never hear me being a scrub, a scab that did anything like that. No, I'll stay over here on the minor league side till they work that out. Then I'll go up. First month, it was almost a month into the season before they worked that strikeout. I was hitting 370. My first month in AAA in Tacoma, 370. 6, 7, 8 home runs. I think I had 6 home runs the first month. 20, 30 stolen bases, something like it. It was something crazy. So I'm about to go up, and then all of a sudden I hear a click in my elbow. And it just started hurting me so bad. And I got to where I couldn't hardly throw. Went there. They said, you got to have surgery. Ended my season. Went and had surgery October the 3rd, 1995. Never wanted to go back. Why am I telling y'all this? Because all the stuff y'all want, I'm telling y'all what it is. And I don't know what, but Yahuwah was not going to let me go in that life. Now that I look back, he just wouldn't let me go in that life. My boys, man, Griffey and Alice Rodriguez was my roommate down there. Pedro Martinez, Mike Piazza, we all come up together. We all tight. Wouldn't let me have that life. He called me for this. And I'm doing this. You can decide if you want to do this. So all my haters and detractors, the reason I'm telling you this story is that you don't understand. Is that I decided in 93, when I decided to go back and play ball, I'm going to go all out. I ain't going to care about all the stuff that people care about. I'm not dealing with no worry. I ain't dealing with no fear. I ain't dealing with none of that. I'm going all out until I die. So if I'm going to die going all out. That's the worst thing going to happen. I'm going to give it all I got. I'm going to jump off cliffs or whatever I got to do out of planes. I don't care. I'll do anything I really want to do because I'm not scared. I'm going all out. And if I happen to die, I will die going all out. So this message of Yahuwah is an all-out message from a messenger that he sent in me to take this thing on an all-out mission. And if you all out, you're going to act like this. You're going to support like this. You're going to pray like this. You're going to promote like this. You're not going to worry about what nobody says. I'm convinced that I was called for this mission because there's too many crazy circumstances that are have to be supernatural for this not to be true. So I'm all out. So if you believe in all out, go to tsinfo.org. Support what we're doing at your highest level. Look at those packages. And that's my wife putting those together to give something back to the people that support. People should just want to do it because of the work that we're doing. Not to get something, but we're going to give you stuff. We're going to give you all these things you can take pride in. You're going to get the first hard copy of the Tanak professionally stamped. That's a marketing genius idea for my wife. To give people an heirloom. All out. Your name on the back of the shirt. For all the people to get to Opal package and above. All out. Are you going all out? That's what we want to know. We'll give you all kind of swag and merchandise, but you shouldn't be doing it for that. You're not buying nothing now. You should be doing it because I'm all out. What I've been doing ain't working. What I've been believing in ain't working. I'm going to try Yahuwah. And I'm going to put this word to the test. And I'm going to see if it be true. This thing called the Truth Scriptures. I'm going to read it. Now, ask those 15 people or so that are in there now. Let me tell you what they said. I asked them today, and I close with this. I said, hey, I got a very private group. I asked them today, I said, how y'all feeling so far? They only been in there since last evening, right? I asked them a question. I said, quick check-in. How's everyone feeling? One person says, I'm feeling great. My eyes are adjusted and I feel honored. Another person says, I feel the stories pulling me in, almost like I'm seeing it all happen. This word is truly beautiful. So grateful to be here. Another person says, I'm in awe of learning so much. I feel honored and humbled. What a time to be alive. Another one says, I am honored to be a part of this dynamic group of Yahuwah selected sisters and brothers who are giving all that they have to offer to help bring the Bashir of Yahuwah back to the world. Yahuwah. Reading Yahuwah. Another person says, reading Yahuwah's true word is an honor. And I'm full of thankfulness that Yahuwah chose me to be a part of this legendary project. This is major. Yahuwah. Another person is grateful, loved by Yahuwah. Another person is filled with gratitude. Hallelujah, Yahuwah. Another person says, I'm humbled by the love of Yahuwah. This is a great honor. These names in First Bariyt Hadash, First Chronicles, it's allowed me to see how much you love Yahuwah with all your mind. Thank you. Another person says, as from the beginning of this project, I feel much gratitude. In the past, I never bothered reading the Old Testament because it was, quote, nailed to the cross. Like the other sister, the story sucked me in. But I also realized that Yahuwah says what he means. It means what he says. And he is the same today as he was when he created the earth. We should not forget that. Another person that's reviewing said, for the first time, these are people going through this for the first time, said, I'm in awe of the power and might of Yahuwah and the compassion he continues to show to his people. Obedience to all the commandments is the most important thing I'm learning. Another person says, this is some powerful and detailed information. I have been sitting back crying. Through it all, I am humble and grateful to be a part of the greatest project ever. Another person says, I'm feeling motivated. I can't stop reading. I'm delighted and honored to be a part of this review team. All esteem to Yahuwah. He has been training me for this moment for many years. That's what's going on. You support that? Go to tsinfo.org. I love y'all with all I got. Thank y'all for sharing this story time with me. I need to get that out of me. I know somebody can relate to that and go, all right, I understand better now. I got to step up more now. I'm going to go in all in now. I needed that little push over the edge. Let's go. Love y'all. See you soon.